My son was taken away from me when he was just 2 years of age. It is now 30 years since I last saw him. These are the words of Noelina Nandago, a mother who has been for so many years looking for her son, who was taken away from her by the father to Sweden.
My son's name is SSozi Musoke. I gave birth to him at his daddy's home. We got some misunderstandings because the dad had another wife and we gave birth at the same time. His family said that he would marry the other lady, so I decided to go away with my baby and not to be the second wife. After he realized that I had left him, he decided to take away my child when he was still very small. Their main aim of taking my baby was to take him to Sweden.
When Frank's dad passed away in the mid-90s, his grandmother took over his custody and has never given Noelina a chance to see her son.
Some people told me that he died of an accident, and I cried, not because of the dead person, but because of not seeing my son again. One of the relatives found me crying and asked me why I was crying, and I told her I'm Frankie's mom. She asked, "Does your child knows you?" And I replied to her, "No." She advised me to do all it takes for my child to know me. As I was seated, I saw Frank passing by and I called him to come greet me. I asked him whether he knew me and he replied no. We were speaking English. I asked him if he could keep a secret and he replied yes.
Can you keep a secret? Nagamba yes. Can you keep a secret?
I asked him 3 times. I told him I am your mother.
I'm your mother. But your grandmother doesn't want you to know that I am your mother. And don't tell her that I've told you. And don't tell anybody. Even if you go back to Sweden, don't tell anyone that you have seen me.
She has tried to ask all sorts of help from the Swedish delegates and recommended people, but all in vain.
I have cried so much, and I have never spent a single year without crying. One day I cried at your grandmother's place from morning up to 1 p.m. Even the lady who was there got touched and said, "Why doesn't she let you speak to your son?" My son, grandmother never gave me a chance. Since then, I never bothered her again, because if I looked at her, I would cry.
Despite the fact that most have left her alone, Pastor Moses from Springs of Deliverance Church has been there for her to provide any sorts of support she needs.
It hurts if you are a mother and spend 9 months of pregnancy without a support of the father. She suffered with her pregnancy and gave birth, and now she can't see her son. It hurts. It affects any mother. Our biggest prayer is for this lady to find her son.
Noelina has got other kids, but she also wants to find her lost son.
I am looking for him because he is my son. The rest of his siblings are abroad. They take good care of me, but in my heart, I feel I have to see my other son.
Buli kimu sirina kyenjula naye mpulira ng'omwana wange naali mulabye.
One day my kids said, "It's like I gave birth to only Frank," and I told them they don't know what they are talking about.
Nandigambye omwana ono Franka Sozi.
I want to tell SSozi Musoke that your mother is still alive and she loves you very much the way you would love your own son. She wants to see you.
If you're out there in Sweden and know SSozi Musoke, kindly contact Sandra Talk Show and help Frank's mother Noelina Nanda go to find her beloved son.
Franka, Boberondaba.
Frank, if you are seeing me right now, I love you very much. I want to see you and you also see me, because I suffered with you for 9 months and you were taken away from me by force. Even these other ones, I'm the one who took care of them. I couldn't leave any of them. But your father said if I wanted peace, I had to leave him with his son. I had to give him his son. I also didn't know that they were taking you to Sweden. On coming to check on you, they told me you had gone already.
Frank, your mother is still alive and has been looking for you for the last 30 years.